So it's Sunday afternoon, and I am being totally honest with you. I had a busy week, and a very stressful week, a shitty week in most regards, and everything kind of went to shit this week. It's very hard to stay on track, and it's very hard to maintain everything when there's anybody sick or when things aren't going your way, I suppose. So a lot of weeks I have to improvise now, which I've noticed a lot. It seems to happen every week now. My old structure used to be that I would routinely be very set for the week ahead and have a plan and a structure, and I actually can't do that at all anymore. I do parts of it, but I can't have a set routine anymore, because all that happens is I get so stressed out if I've missed a workout on a certain day, or I haven't gotten the chores done that I planned for earlier in the week. And it's not a case of me saying, oh, fuck it, and I'll just give up. It's just a case of me being more flexible around my routine, which is really, really something that I didn't work on until I had a child. Because before I was able to be so rigid in my routine and stick to it, and I loved that, and I loved the discipline of my own routine. And I am a person that loves to have that element of control in my life. And as a parent, I don't think you have the same level of control in your life anymore, because your kids become the priority. And certain weeks you will completely neglect yourself for them. So some things I did this week to help was some vitamins that I got on board. I always stress sleep is so important to clients, and if you can get it in, do. But this week, even for us, sleep was 3-4 hours a night, max. So by yesterday, I was absolutely exhausted. I still am. So I try and aim to get for earlier bedtimes and earlier nights this week to catch up along the way. But as a parent, it's always just a vicious cycle, which is something I never understood before I had kids. So for this week, I really focused on getting my vitamins in, because even my meals were less than mediocre, and they were definitely lacking in something along the way. Really focused on these this week to keep my immunity levels up, and that I didn't get sick while being mentally drained, which can often happen. A lot of parents, you're mentally exhausted, you're mentally drained, and then you reach for the shitty food and you're not getting enough sleep and you get run down. So this one I talk about all the time, vitamin D. This is the spray one. So I always feel like vitamins are so much easier to get in when they're in a spray, and this is one of my number one products that I use, and it's a daily spray. I buy it in Tesco with my online shop. It is just the 75 micrograms. So if you're taking high dose, you can take it just twice a week. The other one that I take and that I recommend to most clients that don't eat fish is omega-3. So I buy this one in Tesco as well, because I do actually eat a lot of oily fish. I normally just take this on the days that I don't get omegas in through my diet. But omega not only is beneficial for your skin and your joints, but also beneficial for your mood, because there's a certain amount of healthy fatty acid. So I find it really beneficial for my overall mood and my mood regulation. Totally relied on this week was vitamin B. I am usually very good at getting this in through my diet, and that is probably why I have so much energy and never really feel that tired. But this week, diet wasn't great, so vitamin B was top of my list. And as you can see from Boots, energy is written on the top. And this week was magnesium. Magnesium This one I buy on Amazon. It's 200 milligrams. It helps with your sleep if you're getting enough. So yeah, this week was tough sleep wise, and you can't control that with kids, I suppose. It doesn't always work like that. So I aim to get my magnesium in at night time to help my sleep as much as possible, and that the sleep I do get is really good quality. And then hopefully for the week ahead, I will catch up on sleep and start to feel more like myself. A lot of the vitamins aren't needed when my diet is on target. That's my little diary for today. And yeah, I hope you found it beneficial. It's sometimes nice to know that you're not the only one that has shitty weeks, and it happens us all.